you know what, you make certain assumptions about my driving ability. And do you know what happens when we make assumptions? And the call center agent says, we make fools out of you and me. And his answer to that is no. He says, you make an ass out of me and you make more money.
It's day 2 of the 2012 Insurance Conference. My name is Hannah Barry and this is RISKSA TV. We've heard this morning from guest of honor keynote speaker Joe Plumeri, as well as from John Melville at Santam and Peter Todd, who is the MD of Mutual and Federal and is standing with me now, and he's going to chat to me just a bit about his talk. Peter, thanks for joining us today.
Pleasure.
Peter, you touched on really just sort of the perception of insurance in the market and how that has to change, and just the value proposition that insurers have and how they need to work at projecting that to the end consumer. And so my question for you is, in a rapidly changing world, has the value proposition of insurance changed? And if it hasn't, you know, what is the primary value proposition that insurance offers?
So I don't think the value proposition has changed. I mean, the insurance industry has been around for a long time, and we're in the business of protecting people's assets and you know, protecting people financially in the event of a loss. The nature in terms of what that protection is obviously has changed. Yeah, I guess the most obvious change comes with climate change, so the nature of the catastrophes, etc. You know, that element is changing. But the essence of what we do hasn't changed. You know, in South Africa, we spend, as an industry, we spend over 30 billion rand per annum paying claims. And that's a lot of money we pump back into the economy. So that in itself creates jobs. It protects people financially, protects people from financial ruin. It protects companies from financial ruin. And in so doing, it protects the employees of those companies. So I think there's a lot more that we could be doing as an industry, and that was the essence of my talk, to actually promote that positive contribution that we make to our society and to our economy.
And that, I mean, it's so vital. You touched on just how important it is that the insurance industry really projects just the value that it does offer. And I'd like to know, because, you know, you spoke about the advertising around insurance and how there's often a price war, and a lot of the advertising can project certain negative images. And because, I mean, the truth of the matter is that the direct insurers have a very loud voice in the market, and in order to really change the perception of insurance among South Africans, it's going to be vital to get buy-in from both direct and intermediated insurers in a collaborative effort really to project a positive image. How do you think we can do that?
And I guess that's the challenge, but you know, it's absolutely right. I mean, it has to be a collective responsibility. The direct insurance model is predicated on advertising. The advertising spend replaces a lot of the intermediary spend, you know, in the traditional broker type of business. So yes, they do get more airtime from that perspective. So it's how that money is spent. It's over R1 billion a year as an industry we spend advertising. And every second advertisement nowadays seems to be an insurance advertisement. So what it is that we're advertising? And I guess the point I was trying to make is that, you know, often that advertising is focused on, you know, the negative perceptions of our industry, and companies do that then to try and promote, you know, their services as being different and therefore on the positive side. But I think in so doing, you actually reinforce the negative perception of our industry. And that's not good for everybody, or not good for anybody. So, you know, again, if you consider, we try and attract people and talent into this industry, and that's a big concern of most CEOs, including the direct insurance companies. But if you're going to create this negative perception around our industry, how are we going to get people to come out of school and university and say, I want to go and work in the insurance industry? So for me, that's an issue from a sustainability perspective. So we need to understand that issue, and then as a collective, absolutely, we need to start saying we should be focusing more on the positive attributes. And I certainly, you know, if I speak for our company, you know, and I look at our campaigns, you know, it is around talking about the positive contribution we make in terms of protecting what's important to people. And I think, you know, we all have to demonstrate that leadership. And as individuals and as companies, we need to project a positive image of our industry.
Well, there you have it. The importance of really just, yeah, projecting a positive image, as you've said, from both direct and intermediated insurers in the market. Peter, thanks a lot for chatting to RISKSA TV. And yeah, we hope you enjoy the conference.
Thank you.